No one anticipated this. When Bad Bunny released a video, it caused the entire industry to come to a halt. It wasn't just fans going wild on social media or chatter in the streets. Even the industry professionals, those who typically make decisions behind closed doors about what deserves recognition and what gets overlooked, paused to take notice. This was precisely the reaction when NUEVAYoL premiered. And now the world is beginning to grasp the full extent of its influence. Bad Bunny isn't just nominated for the 2026 Hollywood Music Video Awards. He has received nominations in 5 categories. 5! Take a moment to let that sink in. Welcome to Pop Showroom, where we bring you the stories behind the headlines. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because this story goes deeper than anything you've seen in the mainstream media. Video of the Year. Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Color, Best Latin. 5 categories at one of the most respected award shows in the music video industry, and every single nomination landed on the same project, the same song, the same vision. That does not happen by accident. That does not happen because someone got lucky with a camera and a nice location. That happens because somebody sat down, built something from the ground up with real intention, real craft, and real love, and then let it loose on the world for people to feel. And feel it they did. Now, if you have not seen NUEVAYoL yet, you need to stop what you are doing right now and go watch it. Because trying to explain what that video does to you is like trying to describe a flavor you have never tasted. It is one of those pieces where the moment it starts, you already know you are watching something different. The energy hits you before the first verse even finishes. There is something about the way it was shot, the colors, the movement, the streets, the people, the whole atmosphere. It does not feel like a polished music video made in a controlled studio. It feels like somebody captured something real and just happened to have a camera running at the right time. That is the magic of it. That is the illusion they built so perfectly, you forget it's an illusion at all. Bad Bunny has always been the kind of artist who doesn't play by anyone else's rules. From the very beginning, he came out moving different, sounding different, looking different. While everyone else was following trends, he was creating them. And while other artists were chasing mainstream approval, he was busy building a world so specific and so authentic that the mainstream eventually had no choice but to come to him. That is the kind of power you build when you never compromise who you are, and NUEVAYoL is that philosophy stretched out into a full cinematic experience. It's him at his most unapologetic, his most visual, his most storytelling-driven self. The title itself tells you everything before you even press play. NUEVAYoL. That is New York City, said the way people who actually live it say it. Not the tourist version, not the glamorized Hollywood version, but the real one. The one with the noise and the heat coming up from the subway grates and the corner stores, and the people who came from somewhere else and built their whole lives in between the cracks of those sidewalks. Bad Bunny grew up between Puerto Rico and that New York energy, and this video is his love letter to that experience, to that identity, to everyone who has ever been caught between two worlds and found a way to make both of them home. You can feel that tension and that love in every single frame. The direction is where things get really interesting, because the Best Director nomination isn't just a courtesy nod. Whoever sat in that director's chair made choices throughout this video that most people would not have had the confidence to make. The pacing is deliberate. There are moments where the camera just holds still and lets a scene breathe, when every commercial instinct in the industry would tell you to cut faster, add more effects, keep the energy spiking. But this video trusts its audience. It trusts that if you put something real in front of people, they will stay with it. They will lean in. They will want to see where it goes. That kind of trust is rare. That kind of restraint is even rarer, and the award voters noticed it. Then you get to the cinematography nomination, and that one is almost hard to argue against, because the visual language in this project is on another level entirely. Every shot feels composed like a painting. The way light falls on skin, on concrete, on metal railings and old building facades. The way the camera finds angles that make the familiar look completely new. It's the kind of work that makes you pause and rewind just to look at it again. Good cinematography is not about expensive equipment or fancy tricks. It's about someone understanding light and space and human emotion deeply enough to translate all three into a single image. And this video does that over and over again, shot after shot, scene after scene. But maybe the most surprising nomination of all five, or at least the one people didn't see coming, is Best Color. Most casual viewers don't even think about color grading when they watch a music video. They just know whether something looks good or feels right. But color is one of the most powerful, invisible forces in visual storytelling. It shapes your mood before you even process what you were looking at. Warm tones make you feel safe, nostalgic, human. Cold tones create distance, tension, unease. The way colors are balanced and graded can make the difference between a video that you watch and the video that you feel in your chest. In NUEVAYoL, the color work is doing heavy lifting throughout, anchoring you in a very specific emotional place that's warm but never soft, vibrant but never fake. It's the visual equivalent of the music itself, real, alive, and completely its own thing. And then there's Best Latin, which carries its own weight because that category at the Hollywood Music Video Awards isn't a token gesture, it's a recognition of excellence specifically within Latin music and culture, and the competition there is always fierce. Latin music has been dominating global charts now for years, and the visual culture that surrounds it has grown to match. Artists all over the world are pushing the limits of what Latin music videos can look and feel like. So landing in that category as a nominee means you did something that stood out even among the best of the best. For Bad Bunny to be in that conversation with this particular project is validation not just for him, but for the entire artistic team that built this thing with him. Because here's something people forget when they talk about award nominations for music videos. They talk about the artist like he was the only one there. But a music video of this scale is a collaboration. There's a director, a cinematographer, a colorist, a production designer, a costume department, lighting crews, location scouts, editors, visual effects artists, sound mixers, and dozens of other people who poured their skill and time and creativity into every second of that final cut. When NUEVAYoL gets 5 nominations, it means all those people got 5 nominations. It means their work is being seen and respected at the highest level of the industry. That's a big deal for a lot of people whose names most fans will never know, but whose fingerprints are all over everything they love. And what makes this moment feel even bigger is the trajectory it represents. Bad Bunny has been one of the most talked about artists in the world for years, but the conversation around him has not always included this kind of institutional recognition. The streets always knew, the fans always knew, the streaming numbers made it impossible to ignore. But seeing that energy convert to nominations at a prestige event like the Hollywood Music Video Awards feels like a door swinging all the way open. It feels like a moment where every argument about whether Latin urban music deserves to be in the same room as the most acclaimed work in the industry just gets answered without anyone having to say a single word. And the timing of all this matters too. Music videos went through a rough period where a lot of people wrote them off. Streaming changed the business model, social media fragmented attention, and for a while it felt like the long-form music video was becoming a relic. But then artists started investing in them again, treating them like short films, like visual experiences that could stand alone apart from the song. Bad Bunny has always been at the front of that wave, always treating his visuals with the same seriousness he brings to his music. NUEVAYoL is the peak of that approach so far, a video that proves the form is not dead, it's just waiting for someone with enough vision to resurrect it. Now the award show hasn't happened yet, so nothing is decided. Those other nominations in each category are filled with serious work from serious artists, and nobody should count anyone out before the night comes. But 5 nominations across the kind of categories that NUEVAYoL swept: Video of the Year covering the full picture, Best Director recognizing the creative vision, Best Cinematography for the visual execution, Best Color for the emotional architecture, and Best Latin for the cultural specificity and excellence. That lineup tells you that this video did not just succeed in one area, it succeeded everywhere. Across every technical and creative dimension the judges evaluate, this project showed up and showed out. That is the real story here. Not just that Bad Bunny got nominated, not just that a reggaeton artist from Puerto Rico is sitting at the top of a Hollywood awards list. The real story is that somebody made something so complete, so intentional, so undeniably excellent that even the most critical and discerning eyes in the industry could not look away. The real story is what that means for every young filmmaker, every young artist, every kid from the block who grew up loving music and dreaming about creating something that mattered. It means the door is open. It means the work speaks for itself when you put everything into it. It means excellence does not care where you are from. The 2026 Hollywood Music Video Awards are coming, and when that night arrives, all eyes are going to be on how many of those 5 trophies end up going home with Team Bad Bunny. But whether the wins come or not, the nominations already said everything that needed to be said. NUEVAYoL changed the conversation, and in this industry, in this world, that is the hardest thing to do. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.